Well, welcome everybody. I'm trying to look a little more civil today. I've been noticing my hair was going crazy, and that's why I went actually got it cut. And got Tony on the line here. We're going to bring him in just a second. I do want to show you guys something that's coming out. This is a little teaser for something that's going to be coming out on Friday. And let me see if I can pull this up for you. Yeah, it's right here. This is, I was recently in the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado. Did the last two videos on that. You got a lot of comments on it. Then I went from there to New Mexico to Chaco Canyon. Honestly, I liked that trip. That's one of my favorite trips that I've done. And this video is going to be longer than usual. It's more like a documentary. It's about 30 minutes long. Here's just an opening teaser to it. And so I hope you will join me on Friday. So where will you find the most ancient Pueblo site in the American Southwest? Well, it's not Mesa Verde. It's a place called Chaco Canyon. This is a site filled with mystery. It's filled with ancient history, with culture. It's been designated by UNESCO as a World Culture Site. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Dan.
How are you?
Pretty good. I'm definitely going there.
And I tell you, it'll blow you away. It's a good. They have a good campgrounds. It's a small campgrounds, but it's a good one. And it's probably maybe 3/4 of a mile from the Welcome Center. The gates past the Welcome Center, they close at 9 o'clock at night. So you can't get back into the ruins there. But there's ruins up by the Welcome Center that you can go to. And then the real star is Fajada Butte, which is, you can drive right up there. And that's where I spent the night taking pictures of the Milky Way coming over the top of Fajada Butte. So it was pretty amazing. And I'm working on that video right now. So, I think we have Rerun trying to get in here. We'll sit. Oh, no. Here we go. We got Bika. You're looking sharp, Bika. Are you going dancing?
With my red plaid on.
Oh my! But yeah, we were just talking.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that video.
Oh, it was amazing.
That was amazing. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys, Tony, you'd love it. You'll love it when you go there. It's pretty neat. But yeah, how y'all doing?
Hanging in.
Oh, that sounds a little forewarning.
Well, I can't do any more hiking until I get my knee surgery, and I'm being a total coward about that.
Oh yeah.
I have not even called to set it up yet.
Oh really?
Oh, you should have planned a lot further ahead. It's almost hunting season.
Well, that's the thing. Whenever I said I need to go ahead and get this surgery, my husband said, "Well, it's hunting season," and I'm like, "I don't care. I can't walk."
You got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and this week I'm gonna call and get it set up because I want to get it done before the first of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting back on the trail. I miss it a lot.
Yes. Tony,
Did you? Huh?
Go ahead.
Did you camp up at the sand dunes? On top of the sand dunes?
did. I did. Yeah.
Cool.
It was just cowboy camping because,
Oh, awesome.
yeah, and it really was nice. The sand was, I was afraid it was going to freeze me, because it's warm during the day, but when the sun goes down, it's desert. But it really didn't.
Oh,
It
yeah.
held. It was just right. It was just nice. And I just laid in the middle of the sand, used my sleeping bag or my backpack as a pillow, and slept.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
That's
it
the way to
was.
do it. I've done it a couple times in the dunes.
Yeah. It's all there. I had gone up on High Dune. My plan was to go up there and get the video or get the photos from there. And I got there, and there were a dozen, and they were young guys, and they were okay. I mean, everybody was fine, except they're flashing lights in there, and I'm thinking I can't take pictures here. So
Yeah.
I just kept on going and came back down another layer. They were behind me, and then I got pictures of the dunes from there. And it was nice. It did okay. But it wasn't as good as Chaco Canyon.
Hmm.
That was amazing. I'll
I'm
show
so
you guys
glad
something.
you got to go back to the dunes, so.
Yeah, I'm glad I checked that one off the list. It's out of my system.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
I don't know that I need to go back there or not. Chaco Canyon, I'd go back to Chaco Canyon. Sure would. I got lost.
That's
Chaco
perfect.
Canyon. There's these great houses that they built, and these things cover acres. I mean, these houses, one of them was nearly 5 acres that it covers. It's the largest one.
Wow.
They all covered, like 3 acres.
Oh my.
Huge construction. And so this was, let's see if I remember the names. Pueblo Bonito, big, beautiful thing. And so I was walking around it, and then you're supposed to go past it and up on top of the mesa, and there's a Pueblo Alta up there. So I wanted to see it, and I looked at my map, and it said, okay, it's a 1 mile round trip. It's half mile up to it, half mile back. Well, the first starting, you're on a rock climb. It's a boulder scramble going up about 50 feet. And you finally get to the top of it, and then there's supposed to be a sign. Well, I didn't see a sign. I saw a trail, but no sign. So I went down the trail. Well, that's a loop, and it's supposed to be a 6-mile loop that goes to Pueblo Alta, and then you come back down half mile. I didn't bring any water because I thought it was just going to be a mile up and back. But I struck out, and I got about 4 miles into it, and they call them the Chickawa stairways, and you can't climb them anymore. But they made these. They're amazing. The culture's amazing, and they have these great big stairs that they climbed up the side of the mountain on these rock stairs that they made. And that was 800 when they built them, so 1,500 years ago. And so but you can't climb them anymore. But the trail ended. So there's still footprints. So I start following the footprints another half mile or so, and they ran out, and there were no footprints. So I'm thinking, well,
bad sign.
Climb to the top of this next level of the mesa. There was rocks there, big boulders. So I could have done a boulder climb and got up there, and maybe I would catch the trail up there, or maybe I wouldn't. And I'm thinking, I don't have any water. So I sat there and decided, nah, I'm just not going to risk it. I'm going to go. And so I turned around, 4.5 miles back to the car. But oh well.
Good choice.
My wife keeps, I don't know if you guys ever heard this. There's a Japanese test, a personal test that you should do at least once in your life. And there's only 2 rules to this endurance test. And the first rule is that you have to be able 50-50 chance of failing. If you don't have a half a chance of failing, then you're not really testing yourself. The other second rule is don't die. Rule number 2 is don't die.
Of course, you got rule number 3, bring water.
That was a really good one.
1.5. Yeah, every time I leave home, Connie, my wife, she says rule number 2. Remember rule number 2. So that's what I was thinking. So yeah. Good. Well, I do want to show you guys, if I can. This was the Milky Way shot that I got over Fajada Butte. In Fajada Butte, the story behind it is on the top of Fajada Butte was a observatory that they had built. This ancient civilization had built this observatory of the stars on top of Fajada Butte, and they mapped the sun and they mapped the moon and how it went across. So they had the equinoxes mapped out. They had the solstices mapped out. It's crazy. So I thought, man, it'd be cool to get the Milky Way coming off the top of Fajada Butte. This is it, but I don't know if it's too dark. And I'm trying to mess with it to see if I can lighten it up. But I can see
almost looks like a volcano going off.
It does. It almost does. It almost
gorgeous,
does.
Flash in.
But yeah. But I still think I need to lighten it. I don't know that. I mean, I hate to lighten it because I lose the colors of the Milky Way, but
Right.
you really can't tell, I think. What do y'all think?
Definitely a lucky shot getting it right over that butte, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, it took a lot of work.
Yeah.
I was plotting it out, and at 9:30 the stars came out, and the Milky Way was just a blooming up through there. But it was halfway between. There's a big mesa on the left-hand side of that picture, and then the butte, and the Milky Way came right through the middle of them. And I said, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to come out the top of the butte. At 10:30, it had shifted, and that was it. At 10:30 at night, it was just perfect. So, yeah, that was fun. Anyway,
That's too bad my camera can't capture that. But boy, I can get good shots of the moon.
yeah, you can. I liked your shots of the moon. Those were very nice. So yeah, who we got? Is that rerun? Or is that
Too tall.
Too tall? Hey, Too Tall. How are you, man? You could join us. Just
He's
sit
coming
in there.
from his walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he could do, Bika. He could strap a chair on his back. He could take you with him.
Hey, you hear that? Till I get my knee surgery, strap a chair on the back.
Yeah.
That he likes to ruck. So
yeah,
there you go.
That would be really rocking.
Rucking experience.
yeah. Yeah, I think he should do that. Oh my!
He's ignoring me, sir.
Obviously, he's ignoring me too. I'm used to that. I get that every Sunday. Oh, me.
I think his attention got caught by supper.
Oh, okay.
We got mullet stew this afternoon.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That sounds
So,
good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
You can
I
give
see
it.
a shadow. I see
Yeah,
it
you can see
peeking
the
around
shadow.
here.
It's a big warning. It's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on in here. Come on in
He
here.
casts a big
Hear what-
shadow.
Yes, he does.
You want to sit?
No, that's all right.
Oh me.
About bad as a cat.
So, Becca, are you going to just skip hunting season this year?
No, I'm hunting, and
okay.
well, my husband got a 7-point last Monday afternoon, and fortunately, he dropped him in his tracks because I tell you what, it takes both of us anymore. At our age, if we have to go hunting him in the woods, it's the time. It's rough.
Wow.
We feel it for days. But he dropped him where he was, so that was awesome.
That's
So we've
good.
seen several deer this year already, but couldn't go hunting today because we're dealing with this tropical storm right now coming through. It's been raining and raining and raining all day.
Well, you could send some out this way. We could use some.
I keep trying to send it to you, but it doesn't make it over to the mountains.
Yeah, I know. If I could get it from both sides, of course, then we'd want to stop. I gotta. I was going to ask you guys if you are familiar with. Trying to get it. Look here. Tidewee hunting blinds. They're ground pop-up hunting blinds.
Oh, those are those ones you were talking about for bird watching.
Yeah.
Is that the ones you can see through?
You can
Yeah.
see through the wall.
Nobody
They're
can see in.
Yeah, they're camouflaged so they
Yeah,
can't
you
see
can see
in.
out, but no one can see in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got long windows that you can drop down, and you can hunt out of them. But I'll be using my camera out of them. But yeah, mine should arrive tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'm gonna see what it's like. In the next
Take
week
it out
or
somewhere,
two.
set it up, and wait.
There's a place near here that a friend of ours, her brother-in-law actually owns this, but it's one of these hunting grounds that people come from all around the world, and they say, I want to hunt this, and they bring them in for them, and they hunt it. And they got 1,000 acres or so that they have for them. And so the guy said if I wanted to go out, then I could come and go out there and just sort of sit and wait. So that's my plan. But I thought of you, Becca. I thought you'd like to be out there and hunting. Sandy's saying hi, Becca.
Oh.
And then we
Yeah,
got-
I was trying to join in the chat and I can't do it. But yeah. Oh well. Hey Sandy.
we got
Don't
Exploring
you just
Canada.
love it when me and her get together and pick on you?
Oh my, yeah. Exploring Canada. She's here. She's got an amazing YouTube channel too. I just found hers, so I would highly recommend checking her out. She's got a good channel.
Cool.
So, yep. I like to get.
Yeah, and Sandy's channel is amazing too.
It is. She's an artist. Yeah. She's just an artist. Yeah. So, she does these journals that she makes them out of just scraps.
Yeah, junk journals.
Yeah, they are amazing.
I love the materials that she uses. Sometimes it's so imaginative.
Yeah. When I first met her, there was over in the park here in town, there was a craft show, and she had a booth in there. And yeah.
Oh, that's
Sandy,
awesome.
when you went to Salina, you talking about Salina, Kansas? Yeah, that would be good. Well, it's good to have everybody. So what's next with y'all?
Well, tomorrow I'm moving to another campground.
Okay.
This one closes tomorrow, and I'll be there till I head south.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's in a month? Or no, not even that long.
Yeah. Counting down the
3
weeks now.
Yeah.
Probably going to stay a couple nights on the Columbia River. Found a spot
Awesome.
where I can just pull right up next to the river and park.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
A few
That'd
other
be very
spots are going to stop. We're going to go back to Zion,
Oh, okay.
take another run through that park because that place is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You guys. Now, so do you have sort of a list of places now after all this time of going back and forth that you
Oh, yeah.
regular stops or just okay.
Yeah, and this place on the Columbia River, we've stopped and camped in their actual campground, which was really tight. Luckily, we were only there for a day or two, but then I was out hiking around, as I do whenever I go somewhere. Found this boondocking area. It's a huge empty gravel bar just above the river, and you can pull up and park right next to the river if you want. So we're doing that this year.
Hmm.
Instead of parking in the
Sounds
campground,
awesome.
we're going to go park on the river.
And can you just? I mean, that's just boondocking, and you just do that. Just pull
Yeah.
up and park. There's
Yeah,
no.
that's $10 a night.
Huh.
Yeah, no problem. I'll pay $10 a night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
My favorite area was just outside of Badlands in South Dakota. There's an area where you can just park anywhere and camp, and it's right next to a canyon. I mean, you can park
Oh, the wall.
on the canyon rim.
Yeah, I
and
parked on the rim, but the wind was so
Oh.
bad, there had been no way we had gotten any sleep.
well, and that's the thing with us with our pop-up camper. I said, Papa, we can't camp on the rim. As beautiful as it is, no. And it was windy and
Oh,
stormy
yeah, it was.
that day.
I got
We
some
just went over
great
the edge.
photos.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
you-
had to go down into the entrance where you first went in there before you get up to the canyon and park there. And it was still windy. But we walked over to the canyon and it was so pretty. So
Yeah.
beautiful. But
Now, did you have that camp in your video, Vika?
yes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah,
do. That's where the absolutely gorgeous sunset was. More fabulous
that's
than any of the other sunsets.
Yeah.
It was-
I didn't
we
stay
were
long
setting
enough
up
for
our-
that.
Yeah, we were setting up our camper and we just had to stop, both of us, and take pictures because it
Oh,
was
man.
because the storm had just blown over. And then here was the sun going down under the clouds, and it was just, just breathtaking.
Well, that's when I was there in Chaco Canyon. The wall is behind the campgrounds, and so I set up to do a night or time lapse of the sunset, and where it was, the rock had a great big hole in it, in the front of it, and as the sun came down, it lit up. Once the sun got behind the canyon, the rays somehow reflected and lit up that hole, and it was just bright red. And the rock was thin enough that it was the rock was glowing. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, it was neat. It was neat. Well, Dale.
Hey, Dale.
Dale, there you go. Now you can see him. Good.
Yeah, I love his videos too.
Yes.
I just love to watch men working.
It doesn't quite intrigue me the same.
I love to watch somebody else working. As long as I tell people I'm not afraid of work, I can sit there and watch it all day long.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we were supposed to go to the Smokies in October, which that trip is still on. But I was going to plan several hikes, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, not until I had my knee surgery. So I may do some short ones. So
it's hard to go somewhere and not at least wander around a little bit.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh. But talking about, when you're going out west, I mean, you could go 100 times and still not see everything that there is to see. And
not even close.
Yeah. And so there's always some place that you want to, you're never satisfied once you go. There's always some place you want to go back to. When we were in South Dakota, I picked up a book, which I like to get books about the history of the area that we're in at that time. And I picked up a book, was the history of Hugh Glass. I don't know if you know who Hugh Glass is, but he was a trapper. Yeah. And he was the one that the movie The Revenant was based on. Mm-hmm. And so I was reading the history of Hugh Glass, and come to find out, South Dakota had put up a monument to him, and I'm like, I gotta go see it. So there's something else. Yeah. Well, in Pinedale, Wyoming, there's the Mountain Man Museum, and they do have a they have a section in there for him. Mm-hmm. And there's I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was a statue. There was a statue of him and the bear and the grizzly. Yes. I love that museum. That was an awesome museum. That is a great museum. It is. But I live vicariously through you, and I saw here Sandy saying the same thing. Through you and Tony, I love to step back and watch y'all's videos of being out there, because I haven't done a lot in the West. Everything. Most of my trails are east of the Mississippi, and now with Kansas, I do that here. I am meeting Tim and Nicole of the last week of October. I think we're set. I just reserved my campsite at the KOA grounds in Goodland, Kansas for the Sunday night as we're driving out there. So we're going to rally there in Goodland and then drive together on out to Utah, to Moab. And I'm looking forward to that. And the best things are, you can plan your trip and plan it down to a T, but the best things are the things that happen randomly. Mm-hmm. Like when that bear crosses the road, or when a buffalo comes up to you, or just or the sunsets and the sunrises, or the wildflowers. All the things that happen that you don't really plan for, but all of a sudden they happen.
Squirrel.
Yep. That's me. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I'm planning to do the video of, what it took to go, what it cost, and everything. And so besides water, you better take you some gas too.
Well, Tony was talking about that last week, weren't you, with
Yeah.
your Jeep, Tony? Needing to take extra gas.
Yeah, because it's long distances out there. We ran out twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fortunately, Papa always carries the 5-gallon gas. One time was because of the distance to the gas station, and we ran out a mile before we got to the gas station.
Oh, man.
So he had that gas, and then we went on up there. But the next time was because we didn't want to pay the price of the gas that was in the area we were in. So we used it to get to an area that had cheaper gas.
Yes.
And that was up in Montana. That was in the area where they charged $12 for a dozen eggs. So you can imagine.
No, it.
No, I can't. I go without eggs, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah.
There's farmers around here. You can get a dozen eggs for $3 from any of the farms around here.
Oh yeah, that's what I charge for mine.
Okay.
Yep, $3.
Well, just think, you could export to Montana.
Yeah.
Next time you're going through, bring them.
Yeah, undercut them.
Carry some black market eggs up there.
There you go. I'll sell it to you for $11.
Go around the campground. Who wants eggs?
Yeah.
50 cents a piece is pretty good price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, if you put a sign out in front of your setup selling eggs at a campground, oh my God, you probably run out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially farm eggs. Everybody's craves those. I don't eat a lot of eggs, but my wife goes right through them. I get farm eggs every chance I get for her.
Yep. Oh,
not everybody likes them, though. Not around here anyway. They bunch of city folks,
Never had a real egg before.
They don't want the brown eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh goodness. My brother that lives in Arkansas that started his little farm, he's doing good, but they got 80 chickens now.
Ooh,
that's a lot of chicken.
That's a lot of chickens.
I'd hate to buy the feed for that many chickens.
They're getting ready to put a lot of them in the freezer, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're not going to just do.
That sounds like a good plan.
Hey, we got young Nana here.
Subi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sue. I like her videos too.
Yeah. Yeah. We got good channels. Good channels to watch. And I saw where reruns get. He said he's going to take a trip out to the PCT and the CDT next year, so that ought to be exciting.
I think I'm going to do some trail magic on the PCT next summer.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Since I'm almost always in this area, so why not? I mean, this is an area where those hikers don't get much of anything.
Yeah.
I know the trail. There's nothing.
Well, Dale
Not
just
like
said
the
he
Appalachian Trail, huh?
Thanks, Dell.
yeah, there's some spots. I can't say that. I did get quite a bit of trail magic when I was out east in the
It's
through the
more
Smoky.
common on the east, you know. It's not as
Yeah.
common over here on the west for the long
Yeah.
trails.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I'm trying to find a way of glamping. I'm thinking what Tony, I don't know if you saw it, Bika. Tony's got a little camper besides his big RV that he's pulls around, and I was really jealous and really wanting to do something like that, but I don't think I can pull anything like that. So I'm gonna get me a tent to go in the back of my CRV and call it good. So
yeah, that's what I like about our pop-up is you can take it anywhere. It's just a little small one, you know, and you can take it anywhere
yes.
down any road.
What's the tongue weight on it? Do you know?
I sure don't. I know I can
I
pull
know
it with
mine
my
I can
little
pick up.
trailblazer. Yeah,
You
I
can pick
pulled
yours
it with
up.
my.
Tony?
Yeah, it's got a wheel on the front, and you can, you know, back and forth or whatever. But and I've towed it with my little trailblazer.
I know my camper, I can pick it up with one hand.
Ultra lightweight.
It is very ultra lightweight,
Yeah.
which didn't matter too much, you know, because my Jeep can haul a pretty good amount. But it was like, oh, it'd be nice, you know, get into a spot where I can turn the Jeep around, but not a trailer. So I can just unhook the trailer, move the Jeep out of the way, and put it where I want.
It's nice. That's nice.
But I'm always glamping. I mean, unless I'm out there by myself with the dog or something like that. I mean, right now I'm sitting in a pop-up. I got my hammock right behind me. I'm doing fine.
Okay. Good. Yeah. I think I'm just about decided that, you know, next year I was going to plan on going to Spain and doing the Camino. I don't know that that's going to work out. It looks like my schedule is not going to let that happen. So I still may go to England and do. There's a hike there. It's about 120 miles, and it's called the Becket Way, and Thomas Becket. It was the route that he took when he went to Canterbury, and then he was assassinated in Canterbury. I hope the ending won't turn out the same if I do that, but that would be my plan to sort of do that one as a consolation prize.
You know, they're making really small rooftop tents that you could put on your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they fold out pretty
We saw
big,
a
but they're
lot of
small and light.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy that was right behind me there in Chaco Canyon that he had a pickup truck and had a roof tent on it. It was a slick looking thing. And so, yeah, I was jealous there too. And then I took my car in to get it serviced and there was a Honda truck there. And I sent Connie a note back and said, you know, I found the new car. I found my truck. I was hoping she was going to say, well, then go for it. But no, she didn't say that. She said, how much have you got saved? Not enough.
There you go.
That's more like it, right?
Well,
Yeah.
have you ever watched the YouTube channel called Gone Again?
No.
Don't think I know that
They
one.
they are an older couple, and they travel around. Mostly, they're from Montana, but they travel mostly in the wintertime to the Southwest
Okay.
and
Oh,
and
okay.
and stay down in that area all over different places. That mostly in places that you probably never heard of before, but they took a utility trailer and fixed it up
Mm.
and to
Oh,
travel
really?
in. Yeah, and it's really nice. And they
I
use
thought about
solar
doing that
and
before I bought that trailer I bought, because it's easy enough to put a bed in something.
mhm,
What else do you really need? You need a
yeah.
bed.
What is it? Just
G
GONAGA?
yeah, Geo. Let me make sure because
Mike,
GONAGAIN.
Okay. I found them. I've just subscribed to them.
thank you.
Very good. Yeah, that'd be fun. I thought about that. The church we have like a step van, or well, no, really,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. It's really a bus. It's a mini bus, and they want to get rid of it. And so I was thinking, well, maybe I would just get it and convert it into a camper because it would be
Mm-hmm.
big enough, but
Oh
it
yeah.
wasn't. It's not roadworthy enough. It was. I,
Yeah.
I drove it. I drove it, and I said, "Oh no, no." I felt like Fred Flintstone when I wanted to stop. The brakes went all the way to the floor. I mean, and I thought, "Oh no!" Started pumping the brakes. Got up to get it to stop. I said, "Nah, I'm getting out of this thing." Oh my!
There are a lot of ways, even with your car, you could easily get a decent enough tent, and you just want something, I would, at least big enough to put a cot in. At least you're
Yeah.
not sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
Easier to get up and get down when it's a cot. 'Cause I know my cot sits 18 inches off the ground. So it's a perfect height for sitting on and laying on and getting back up off of. I don't like
Yeah.
sleeping on the ground that much anymore.
Yeah.
Guess I'm spoiled. I sleep in a hammock most of the time, but
That's probably it. Well, hey Tony, Exploring Canada just subscribed. She said she's number 840 on your channel. So
oh, cool. Thank you.
see, you just
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Subi said that rooftop tent makes nighttime bathroom runs tricky.
well,
Well,
that's what a garden hose is for, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, might have to carry a bottle.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. And then I appreciate everybody subscribing to everybody one another, because that's what this is for too, is to sort of build the community up so that we can.
yeah, that's great.
So
Now, I thought about doing a rooftop tent with my Jeep at one point, but it's heck with that. It's a long ways up to the top of my Jeep, and you got to walk up a ladder to get up there. Then you got to walk down, or make sure you can walk down the ladder in the middle of the night. It was a big no.
you can put a slide in.
And then put a slide in, yeah.
Yeah, like
Just
on the
run
side
a
of there.
hose and use a funnel and run a hose. Don't worry about it, right?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that you can do.
No, my wife would not climb a ladder.
Oh goodness.
Hey, camping. That, and I really don't want a whole lot of weight on the top of my Jeep either.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure about with the CRV to have. Does it have a framework on it? Does it take does the weight rest right on the roof, or how does it distribute the weight?
Usually on a rack.
Okay.
So it distributes the weight to the sides.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a rack on top of mine, but I use it for spare tire. Right now I've got my kayak and a tote up there.
Yeah. Funny story. I was right after we moved here to Independence. We had a Sears, and so I was in Sears to get a refrigerator for the house. Went in there, and the lady, the owner of the Sears, she's just shaking her head. And a young couple, they're having a heated discussion. They wanted to buy a refrigerator as well, but he's saying, I'll pull your minivan up here and we'll just strap the refrigerator on top of the minivan. And she's saying, no, you're not. You're not going to put that on my car. And the lady finally told him, you can't do that. You can't put a refrigerator on top of a minivan. He was hot. He comes storming out. They don't know what they're talking about. I said, what's going on? He said, well, they say I can't put a refrigerator on top of our car.
Well, you can't lay it down for one, so it's gonna be sticking straight up.
I said, yeah, and then go under a bridge. I said, well, how far are you going? and they were going like 60 miles to another town.
Wow.
And I said,
there'd be a lot of pictures on the internet of that going down the road.
Yeah.
It was funny. Yeah. It was funny. So she comes to me and she says, well, what can I help you with? I said, right, I found a refrigerator. We want to buy this refrigerator. I'm just wondering if you have some rope. And she said, rope? What for? I said, well, I've got my wife's minivan out here. I was going to pull it up. And I said, we just live across town, so I didn't think it'd be a big deal. She starts shaking her head and says, just get out of my store. Just get out of my store. Yes, they could have put the minivan, the refrigerator on like a dolly.
A dolly, yeah, just a regular furniture dolly.
The back of the car, yeah.
Make sure you're doing about 70 though.
Those little old wheels are going to be hard. Yeah. Oh my, that's fun. That's fun. So, yeah.
I hope I don't have to buy a new fridge for my rig. They have to take the windshield out to put the fridge in.
Really?
Yeah, it's got to go through the front. Well, the door's only so wide, so.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, any big appliances, that's the way they do them in the motorhomes. Through the window.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now, do you guys have a washing machine in there, or do you?
Yeah, I got a 1-unit washer dryer.
Oh, it's a dryer as well.
It does it all, yeah. So you just put the load in, forget about it. It's kind of great that way. You don't have to transfer nothing else.
Yeah.
That's definitely glamping.
Yeah, it is. And we can do, I think, 6 loads of laundry before we have to dump our tank.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We're lucky if we do 1 load of laundry a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I like to make sure we do a load of laundry before we leave tomorrow. So I got water in my tank. Because when I empty my tanks, I dump the black tank and then I dump my gray tank, which is all dishwater and laundry water and shower water, stuff like that. And it cleans out my hose, pipes and hose the whole way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so you're not messing with none of that yucky stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even get anything on my hands when I do it. I watch people that are doing it up there and they're wearing those elbow long rubber gloves and it's like, What are you doing? Get a little soapy water on me once in a while.
Yeah, that's the way we do with our. We've got a fifth wheel that we usually take to the Smokies, and that's what we do with it.
Yeah. Now, do you guys empty them before you get on the road so that it's not sloshing around in there? Or?
Every time we leave a campground, we dump before we go, unless we have a site with a sewer hookup. If we got a site with a sewer hookup, that's all done before we even pull out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we usually leave empty. But like our trip from here going down to Yuma, we won't dump anywhere. We'll just wait till we get to our site.
Do you feel the difference when you're driving it or no?
No. Even if my gas tank's full, my water tank's full, my tanks are all the rest of the tanks are full, I can't tell a difference if they're empty.
Okay.
My water tank's almost always full. Sometimes you get to a campground, they don't got the best water. So anytime I do get to a place where I got good water, I fill that tank up. I got 100 gallons. I fill her up. I drink the stuff. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And we can go usually 3 to 4 weeks without dumping our tanks.
Oh, wow.
So we can stay in right here. We think this is 18 days we're at now. So tomorrow will be 19 days. We've been here and my tanks aren't even full.
Okay.
But luckily there's a porta potty right up here on the hill, and that's what I use. Because I get up early, and I usually have to use the porta potty pretty darn early too. And the wife, she likes to sleep in, so I try not to go in and wake her up.
Yeah.
As we're traveling, that's a whole different game because I'll be sleeping in the motorhome, which I don't do but a few nights a year.
Okay. Very cool.
I'd rather be outside.
Yeah. I've got
cold or hot, doesn't matter to me.
I got this hammock that I need to try out. My brother gave me a hammock, and I need to try that thing out. But I want to do it before.
What's that? I mean, you talked about getting a hammock several weeks ago. Is that the same one?
Yeah. I haven't used it yet.
You got to try it out.
I just know I'm going to get in there and flip upside down and fall right back.
Yeah, have the camera rolling.
There have been a few times, yes. Some of those late nights, and you go to get in and you miss. But once you're in, I don't have no issues with worrying about falling out of it once I'm in it. I had a couple times where I got in my underquilt, not my hammock. Like, no support to that.
Yeah, that would be a rude awakening.
We're camping out at the lake, and we both did it. I did it one night, fell out of the hammock or missed the hammock, and landed inside my bug net, which my bug net used to go around the whole thing. So I'm tangled up in the bug net. The zipper is clear up here. So I got to get up around the hammock, find the zipper, unzip the thing, try again. The next night, buddy was hassling me the next morning about it, and the next night he did the same thing. He's like, "Dang it, you jinxed me."
It's like getting caught in a trap and pulled up in a tree with one of those.
Well, I got a new one now, and it has a bug net that zips around it. Right now, it's not on there because I don't need it, but it you can't miss. You only unzip only unzip the one side of the bug net. No matter what, you end up in the hammock.
Sandy said she did this. That happened to her. Asking her if she had video. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have any video of that, I promise.
Oh me. I've always thought about doing a blooper a blooper video of. But I always cut those things out and throw them away. I don't want any incriminating.
No evidence. No evidence.
Yeah. When Too Tall and I were doing the Foothills Trail, he kept hammering at me, watch for snakes, watch for snakes, watch for snakes. So I had my head down and I was watching for snakes, watching for snakes. And I had a hat on, and all of a sudden, bam! Ran right into a tree that had fell over the trail. I mean, I saw stars. He's like, "What, are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Didn't hurt nothing important."
Oh my! Oh goodness!
I don't know how I didn't see it. It was right here, and I mean, I just nailed it.
Anything above the brim and
yeah, right above the brim.
Oh man, I hate that.
I do too. I've done it too many times.
And I'm so glad he didn't have his phone filming that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I was watching a video from a guy, and he was talking about when you sleep in your hammock, hang your boots up. And I usually lay mine right outside my hammock, so when I get up in the middle of the night, boom, right into my shoes, no problem. Well, the reason he was saying that is because the slugs will get in your shoes. Yeah. What happened the next day? I didn't check my shoes, and there was a slug in there.
Oh, gross.
Barefoot too, and it's like, oh man. I still don't hang them, but I check now.
I always, what I do is with my shoes, because I always carry 2 liters of water. And so at night, I lay my shoes outside the tent and I stuff those liters of those 2 bottles in my shoes so that nothing can get in there. I'm always afraid a snake is going to crawl up in there or something.
Yeah.
I've found dead spiders on my socks,
Oh yeah.
many times. I've something pinching my foot, pull my foot back out of there, and it got ants.
Oh no.
But yeah, none of that bothers me a bit. But I'll tell you what, that slug was a lesson. We get big slugs out here in the Northwest,
Yeah.
And they're everywhere.
Like a gel pack.
Yeah, if it's super sticky and doesn't wash off, yeah, it's like a gel pack.
Oh man. Oh, that's funny. Oh goodness.
I don't have a problem with snakes around here. I've never been in an area where I've had problems with snakes.
Even down south?
Looking for snakes, but I don't see them. I'd love to catch me some snakes.
Oh no! If I find any, I'll call you and you can have them. Of course. Yeah, I don't like them.
They eat all the bad bugs. I mean, they're great.
They do. I don't mind like a rat snake or black snake or anything
those
like
rat
that.
snakes, they can get about 6 to 8 inches around and huge too.
Yeah. I don't like rattlesnakes, water moccasins. I do. Cottonmouths, that's the scariest snake.
None of those around here, and I haven't tried eating rattler yet, so I keep watching.
It's pretty good.
I mean, if I find one, I'll definitely try it.
It's not bad. Sort of like gator.
I haven't tried that either. We don't have gators around here.
My parents tried to trick us one time by cooking rattlesnake, feeding it. They had a bad habit of cooking things and not telling us what it was till we tasted it. And it was rattlesnake.
You never ask me what it is. I'll tell you. It's called food.
Yeah. Oh my. Goodness. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. When I was in India, we were coming out of the village and we're going up into this mountain, and the cars aren't the best anyway. So we're going up the side of this mountain, and the roads aren't standard roads. They're maybe 10, 11 feet wide, if that's it. That's a 2-lane highway. So we're going up, and this snake starts crawling out in front of us, and the driver stops, and its head crawls across the road and into the bush on that side, and its tail hasn't come out yet. And
that sounds like some good eats right there.
oh man, I said, what is that? And he said, cobra. It's cobra. Cobra. He said, John.
That's huge.
I didn't know cobras got that big.
Yeah, king cobras get about 14 feet long.
Oh wow.
So yeah. Sandy,
Yeah, I
they
haven't
had
tried
some
that yet either.
in the hobby. Tastes like chicken. Oh me. Yep. Fun
Yeah, if I
stuff.
tell my wife it tastes like chicken, it better be chicken. She's not eating nothing else.
Yeah.
I keep trying to get her to try some rabbit, and she just won't do it. They're too cute.
Oh, rabbit's good.
Oh, rabbit's so
That's
good. I wouldn't eat any of the rabbits around here. They're scrawny and full of worms, but I have.
Oh,
I like
I
squirrels.
wanted to raise rabbits just for eating when we had the house. We had chickens,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, let's get some rabbits. She's like, what
Yeah.
are they good for? Food.
yeah.
Don't name
Yeah.
them.
Squirrel's
Oh, I
good
don't
too.
care. I'll name them.
Yeah.
We used to name all of our pets growing up, and boy, they all tasted good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh, me.
I got 3 roosters right now with names, and
Oh,
they're going down. You're gonna make me some good chicken broth.
Yeah.
lunch, dinner, and that's the
Yeah.
That's what we used to do with the pigs. We'd
Yeah.
name them pork chop and bacon,
Bacon.
and just keep going with it. Oh,
Yeah.
that guy's sausage right there.
ham and eggs. Ham and eggs. All right. Well, guys, it's been over an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Sure enough. 2 minutes
So-
over.
Time flies. Time
Yeah.
flies when you have
Time
fun.
flies. I appreciate you guys, and glad everybody. Pig named Deli. Oh, I love that.
That's a
Deli.
good one too.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all joining me, and it's been fun talking. It's been
Yeah. My pleasure.
so. And Vika, make sure we know when you're gonna go in there and
Under the knife. No,
Yes,
under the robot.
under the robot.
They do
Well, no,
robotic
because she'll be
surgery.
sitting somewhere the whole time after.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it. Whenever I tell people that, you hear stories. Everybody's got a story. A lot of people
Yeah.
do good, and then every once in a while somebody didn't do so good, and you think, well, maybe I might be that person that don't do so good.
No,
think
you'll
you
probably
better
do
act.
just fine because you'll be active.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it'll go well.
I mean, the people that usually have the problems aren't doing enough physical therapy after it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I got one good friend, and he was a pro golfer, and he did one, and then after he did that one, they did the other one, and he's loving life. He's loving life. And then there was Mike that was doing the AT with me. He had both knees replaced, and he was doing the AT out there. He was out walking me by big time. He was doing good. So
That's nice.
Mm.
I'm fearing that
Yeah,
they have to
you
replace
gotta
the
be
knees and
careful with that
hips.
though, 'cause I was following this guy who had a knee replacement who was going to walk the AT, and he didn't make it a long ways because he started having problems with his knee. And I don't know why, but because he'd had it done several years back. But
Hmm.
so I guess you got to be careful and not try to overdo it,
Yeah.
which you
Yep.
find yourself doing sometimes because you want to put the miles in, you know.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, guys, you guys have a wonderful evening, and Mika,
You
I
too.
hope it quits raining on you. Tony, I hope you have safe travels as you're driving.
Yeah.
We will. We'll try to do this again next week
And
if y'all are
you-
around. What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, and I'm excited about your Moab trip.
Oh, thank you. I am
So,
too. I'm very
yeah.
excited.
You're gonna enjoy the heck out of
Beautiful
that. I
area.
know it.
I'm really excited. We're going to go to the Arches.
Arches is
Okay.
great.
Oh, that's we're going to do that. I'm excited.
You got to walk up to Delicate Arch.
Yes. Yep.
But go early in the morning, okay?
Does it get busy?
Well, it's probably not that. It is a lot of people on that trail, but it just the heat factor. Is,
Oh, okay.
And it's probably not going to be that hot when you go out there.
Yeah.
But
Yep, bring your water.
but yeah, and
Yes.
take your water. Take your water. Even though it's not that far, take your water.
I will take my water. I will take my water. All right. Well, thank you both, and such fun to visit with you. Love to hear your stories. It's great. So,
All right,
if you're
everybody have a
around-
good night.
good night, and good night, everybody that's been watching in. So, take care. God bless you both. Bye bye.